Great. Thank you so much for confirming it. So today we'll cover content marketing and inbound methodology. Now, this is one of the core and one of the most important topics or part of digital marketing. Now, before I begin today's session on content marketing, is there any kind of queries from previous session? We have already covered the core areas of digital marketing. So is there any kind of queries from search engine optimization, from PPC ads, from keyword research, from social media, from visual design for digital mediums? So is there any kind of queries from any of those topics that you have covered in the past? So if you have any queries, you can put in your queries in the chat box. So I would like to address all the queries in the initial 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll move on to today's session on content marketing. So how many of you are practicing it? So whatever we are studying in this particular sessions, so it's important that you practice it after the conceptual session that you're having right now. So after this session, how many of you are practicing it? So it's very important that you follow a particular learning style, because everyone has their own pace of learning and all. So try to go through the study materials after the session, and then try to apply it by yourself. If you get stuck anywhere, you can have a quick watch of the videos of the class session, and if you have any doubts, you can also get in touch. So with that, let us begin today's session. So today you are covering content marketing. Now, whenever you talk about content marketing, it's kind of an umbrella term, and a lot of people get confused about what exactly is content marketing. What am I supposed to do in content marketing? Now, content marketing, as I said, it's an umbrella term, so it has a lot of individual verticals or individual elements under content marketing. So what all you shall be doing as a content marketer, or what shall be your content marketing strategy, or how shall you be selecting the content marketing strategy for your business? Because content marketing is more of the voice of your business, so it has to be as per your business type or as per your business need. So before we try to understand content marketing, let us quickly have a roundup of what exactly we are going to cover in today's session. And throughout the session, if you face any kind of queries, or if you get into any kind of doubt, quickly drop in your doubt in the chat box. So I'd like to stop there and there and try to solve that particular doubt. So yes, today we're going to study about content marketing, and we'll start with understanding what is content marketing, why it is important for our business, and how exactly different businesses do content marketing, and how shall I shall be designing my content marketing strategy. Next, we'll try to understand the conceptual and executional understanding of inbound methodology. Now, inbound methodology is also known as inbound marketing. Now, this is also one type of content marketing. So if you want to do content marketing, you need to have an understanding of what is inbound methodology or what is inbound marketing. So we'll have a quick understanding of what is inbound marketing. Then we'll move on to understand how to build the content marketing strategy. Now, it is very specific to your business niche. Now, in PPC or in social media marketing, or in case of visual design, we saw that most of the conceptual understanding that we learned in the session, it's generic for all types of business. But content marketing is very specific to your business type. So a content marketing strategy that will work for an automobile company would be very different from the content marketing strategy that would work for a SaaS-based company, like maybe an email marketing software. So we'll see how to specify or how to build the content marketing strategy as per our business type. Then we'll try to understand what are the different channels for content marketing, and how do we select the right channel for our content distribution or content marketing. Then we'll try to go through a content marketing checklist. Now, this content marketing checklist would help you plan your content marketing campaigns, and also track those campaigns, measure the KPIs, and come to a conclusion if it's working for you, what kind of content is working for you, and if you at all need to change your content marketing strategy for a specific target group or for a specific type of content. And also then we'll try to understand the content marketing funnel, and how to set the right metrics for each and every step of our content marketing campaign. So if you're launching a content marketing campaign, how do we measure the performance of it? How do we understand that this content marketing campaign is working fine for me? Or how do we understand that I need to create this particular kind of content for my audience? My audience is more likely to
get towards this particular type
So what is content marketing? So the name itself is more of a self-explanatory. So the name itself explains what exactly is content marketing. So before that, is my screen visible to you? I am on slide number 3. Is my slide visible to all of you? Great. Thank you so much for confirming it. So yes, what is content marketing? Now, as the name says, content marketing is you are creating content to communicate with your users or your target group or your prospective clients or your customers or your existing consumers, and in return, through that content or through that communication, you are trying to get some business growth out of it. You are trying to grow your brand. You are trying to get some return on your content investment or content efforts. So what exactly that return shall be, or what is that business goal that you shall be trying to achieve through your content marketing? Now, just to put in one liner, content marketing is simply creating content and delivering it to your target users or to your target consumer in a way that they get to understand what you are trying to communicate, and in the process they get a lot of confidence on your brand and get dependent on your brand, get aware about your products and services, and at the end of the day they end up purchasing your products and services. They end up becoming your loyal customers. They end up becoming your brand advocates. They are promoting your brand. They are referring your brand to their near and dear ones, to their known network. So this is the overall goal of a content marketing campaign. But ideally, what shall be your goal? So there can be certain metrics, or there can be certain business objectives that you can set for your content marketing strategy. Now, the number one goal can be improve your brand awareness and online reputation. Now, think of a situation where you are running a particular business, and I, as a user, I want that particular product and service that you are selling or that you are having, that you are offering, but I don't know your business. Now, in that case, I am not going to purchase from you simply because I am not aware that there is a particular product or service that is going to meet my demand or meet my need. So as a marketer, your job is to find me out as I'm your target customer, and share the right information or the right content with me so that I can get interested to know more about your product and maybe end up purchasing it. So content marketing is primarily used to improve the brand awareness and also to build an online reputation for the business. So that is overall, that is a branding activity. Next, content marketing is used to build communities. Now, community building is very important because in case of digital marketing, there is no geographic barrier. So if you look at the traditional mode of purchase, the users have access to retailers or have access to businesses only those who are in their vicinity, who are in their geographic accessible location. But in digital era, in case of digital purchase, the user is not limited to their geographic location. They can purchase from anywhere. So whatever businesses are there online, they can purchase from there. So they don't have any kind of barrier. So the options for the user is huge. So the range of alternate options available to every customer today is way higher than what it was in traditional mode of marketing. So in this kind of scenario, when the user is bombarded with a lot of marketing communications, if you want to stay in the mind of the user, brand community building is an important initiative. Now, how does it help? If you build a community around your brand, then the users are going to remember you. The users are going to stick to you, and whenever in future they need a particular product or service, they'll remember that this particular brand has this particular product and service, and let me just check out what kind of product and service that they have. And also there are higher probabilities that they will be referring your brand to their near and dear ones simply because they trust your brand. So Xiaomi is one of those examples who have leveraged this community building effort. So Xiaomi has a huge community of users in India itself. So if you go to xiaomi.com and search for community, they have a separate website altogether for communities, for the user community. Third point, influence the purchase decision. Now, if you're having a content marketing strategy in place, whenever the user is looking to purchase a particular product or service that you are having, that you're offering, the user has a particular information in place. So whenever I'm looking to purchase, for example, I'm looking to open up a bank account. So I'm looking for information on that. And if a particular bank is doing content marketing, the user will get access to that content and they'll get to know about what exactly is the product all about, and they can decide if that particular bank account is at all for them. So content marketing can help your target customers make their purchase decision. So content marketing can help you in new customer acquisition and also to generate new leads. Content marketing is more of a pull strategy and not a push strategy. Now, in case of push strategy, you are trying to communicate to the users. It's an outbound communication. So from the business to the consumer. So it's an outbound communication. So most common formats of outbound communications are email marketing or direct cold calling, or sharing letters to the user's address if you have that information. So these are direct modes of communication, or it's more of an outbound kind of communication where you are trying to push the user to purchase your products and services. But in case of inbound sales or inbound marketing, you are trying to have enough resources or enough information which the user would like to access before they make the purchase decision. So content marketing is more of a pull strategy where you create resources that the user would like to have a look before they make the purchase decision. So content marketing can help you lower your marketing spend, because you're not reaching out to each and every customer out there. You are just creating the platform so that whoever needs the product or service can access to your product. They can get to your brand by searching for that information. So that is inbound marketing or inbound sales. So you're not reaching out to the customer, but instead you are creating the platform so that the user can reach out to you. Now, in this case, the users who would be reaching to you are at a stage where they have already identified their pain point. You don't have to explain them why this product is important for them, because they've already identified their pain point and they're looking for solutions. So in that case, your marketing effort is lower, because the users are at a stage of their purchase journey where they have already identified the pain point. They already know that they want this particular product or service, and they are in a stage where they're looking to purchase or make the transaction. So before you start with your content marketing campaigns or content marketing strategy, try to first think about what is it that you want to achieve from the content marketing campaign. So what is your overall business goal? So based on that, try to build up your content marketing strategy. Now, your content marketing strategy can focus around creating more, generating more web traffic, or creating more engagement on your social media channels, or getting more inbound traffic on your YouTube channel or so. So there will be multiple objectives. So based on your objective, so what exactly you want to do, either you are looking to generate leads out of that content marketing activity, or you're looking to increase the web traffic. So based on that, you have to create the content marketing strategy. Now we'll look into how we can create that strategy as per your business goal in the upcoming slides. So what is that core advantage that you're going to get at the end of the day from your content marketing campaigns? So number one, brand communication. So in this case, users are getting to know your brand. So if you're doing content marketing, the users are getting to know what your brand or what your business is all about. So what's the specialty of your products or services? So they're getting to know that. So that is pure brand communication. So using content marketing, you can increase the engagement, and you can also create a kind of trust with your users. Number two, brand awareness and recall. So in this case, again, if a particular user is searching for a products and services that you're having, and if you're doing content marketing, they can have access to your content and they can get to know about your product. Community building, we've already discussed that. Damage control, again, so if you're having a clean and regular content marketing activity with your brand, you have a fairer chance that you already have a fan follower or you already have an audience base. So whenever you have a peer related emergency, you can reach out to them within a shorter span of time, and you already have a communication going on with your users on a regular basis. So you can save yourself from peer attacks or press release attacks. So you will be having competing businesses which will create negative reviews and all that against your brand. So content marketing can help you save yourself from those negative peer attacks. Social proof. Now through content marketing, you're also promoting your brand's success stories or your consumers success stories. Now those act as a social proof to the new users who are going to engage with your brand. So if there is a new user who is not aware about your brand and they get to know about you, your products and services from different content out there in social media sites or in your website, then they would also look for information about, is it really true? Is this brand really transparent with me? Whatever the brand is communicating, is it true? So that's where social proof comes into picture. So content marketing can help you establish that social proof with your new users. Now again, content marketing is a pull strategy. So you are creating that content and waiting for the right user to reach out to you instead of you reaching out to them. So the cost of acquisition is lower here because you're not spending on marketing. Instead, you are just creating the platform. You are ensuring that you are at the right place to address the right query of the right customer. So at the end of the day, if we have to sum up what exactly is content marketing all about, there are multiple advantages of content marketing. But if you have to sum into the core advantages or the core objectives of a content marketing strategy, that would be to generate leads. Obviously, you are doing content marketing so that you get more brand exposure, you get more awareness, you can create more awareness among your users, and you can generate more leads at the end of the day, and obviously convert those leads to sales. Number two, drive meaningful conversations. Now, if you want to build a brand, you need good engagement with your users. Now, that comes when users talk about you. When someone purchases your product and they are so satisfied that they talk about your products and services to the rest of the world. So, content marketing can be used to drive meaningful conversations and to build a thriving community. So, if you're building a community, I'm repeating it again. If you're building a community, your marketing cost reduces by many folds because you're not reaching out to new customer base again and again. You can remarket to the same user group again and again, and they're more likely to end up purchasing your product because they already know your brand. So half of the sales funnel, that is awareing the customer, generating the interest, or making them consider you, that half of the sales funnel has been reduced. So half of your customer acquisition effort has been reduced because you already have a customer who knows your product, who have a trust on your product. So generating new leads and sales, driving meaningful conversations with your brand, with your users, and increase the brand engagement, building a thriving community and a loyal group of customers, retaining them for a lifetime is what your core objectives of content marketing shall be. So these are the three core advantages of having a good content marketing strategy in place. Now, these definitions might get a little verbose, might get a little boring, but let us see how different brands or different businesses have utilized content marketing to their advantage. So let us quickly go through certain examples. So I'll quickly go through a few examples from different industries, and we'll try to understand how content marketing has been utilized to the brand's advantage, how content marketing helped those brands to grow online. So before that, is there any kind of queries? If you have any queries, feel free to drop in the comment section. So I'll just move on with the examples. So what you can see in this particular slide is an example from NSDL, so National Securities Depository. So this is a financial organization that Government of India runs to manage the securities market, that is bonds, debentures, and the stock and the shares. So this particular organization also manages something called NPS, National Pension Scheme. So whoever is investing in those national pension scheme, they apply through this particular portal. Now, this is an area where not many people are aware about. A lot of people do not have proper knowledge about this particular domain. So what they have done, they've created a proper YouTube channel and utilized Quora and social media channels to spread the knowledge. So simply by spreading knowledge, simply by educating users, they got a lot of new customers or new users start investing in NPS schemes. So if you look at the performance of this particular page in Quora itself, so just through Quora, they got somewhere around 386,000 views and around 25,000 views every month. And if you look at the YouTube channel, you'll find that they have a lot of referrals from Quora to YouTube channel. Now, why they have resorted to Quora and not just YouTube or Facebook or any other social media channels. Now, if you look at the nature of the business, again, content marketing is very specific to the nature of the business. So if you look at the nature of the business, this is a domain where people do not have proper knowledge. People are looking for information on that. So Quora is a platform where long form content or long form information is being shared. So it's a user generated content based platform where long form content focused on educating a particular user is being posted. So they've created one Quora blog, and in that Quora blog, they try to answer each and every query that is related to their products and services. That is related to NPS schemes. So this is how they grew their usage, or they grew their usage base. And again, if you look at the YouTube channel, they've started series of education material, because again, this is a business where people will invest only when they get to know about this particular product or service. So they started creating education based content on their YouTube channel, and for the YouTube channel they're getting the traffic from Quora. So they are leveraging social media channels to get traffic on their YouTube channel, and YouTube channel is the core content marketing platform that they're using. Next example is from a different industry. This is from Zomato. Now Zomato delivers food. They're into food delivery business. Their core revenue model or their core business is delivering food from the retailer to the customer. Now, why would they spend money on content marketing? So if you look at the right side image over here, don't get confused. This is the right side image that I have marked right now. Now, if you look at this particular image, this is a screenshot from their application. So what they're doing, they're creating a series of videos on different food adventures or different restaurants and all that. So they're trying to cover all the popular restaurants in a particular city, and also they're trying to cover stories about food. So through this content, they're just trying to engage with the target users. So this particular this type of content is costing them a lot to produce, but this content is not what their core business is. But they're creating this kind of content so that they can get engagement from the users. So when you're watching this particular episodes, so it can be a 5 minutes of video, but through that 5 minute you will interact with the brand Zomato multiple times. Now this multiple interactions with the brand Zomato throughout this particular video will make the user have a particular notion or a particular awareness for the brand Zomato, and they would rather start ordering more from this particular brand. So whenever they're looking to order food, Zomato would come into their mindset. So through this kind of content marketing, Zomato is trying to create a brand recall, create an awareness among the new users, and also trying to trigger new sales by creating content that is more focused towards a particular type or category of food. So if you look at the type of content they're creating, so one type of content is just to aware new users and get them to use the application, and one type of content is just to trigger new orders or new sales, and one type of content is just to ensure that they can boost up or they can retain the existing users. So let us move on to next example. Now this example is from Big Basket. Now the core business of Big Basket is to deliver groceries. It's a hyperlocal delivery startup. So their core business is delivering groceries from the nearest retail shop to the user's doorstep. But they have a full-blown content marketing initiative around different types of homemade food. So again, this is not focused at different types of food that is cooked in the restaurant. It's more focused towards home cooked food. And if you look at this particular portal, bigbasket.com/cookbook, so what they've done is they've created a series of interesting recipes, and once you go through the recipes, you'll have a list of all the products that is required to cook up that particular recipe. So through this kind of content, they're trying to increase the sales of their grocery items. So whenever you read these recipes, you get a list of the different ingredients that are required to cook that recipe, and at the end of the day, you get that awareness that Big Basket is a portal where from I can order these particular ingredients. In this particular example, you can see that GetResponse is an email marketing software. So they've created individual ebooks or individual guidebooks which details the different benefits and different features of GetResponse with respect to all its competitors. Now, if you look at this particular headline over here, how to move from MailChimp to GetResponse, how to move from Aweber to GetResponse. Now, MailChimp is also a email marketing software. Aweber is also an email marketing software. So what GetResponse is doing is trying to create ebooks or specific guidebooks on how they are different, or how there's what is their unique selling proposition as compared to their competitors. So this type of content marketing, they are trying to influence or trigger the new purchases, and also the switch from that particular brand to their brand. Now, this is one more classic example of content marketing. So Coke Studio, it was sponsored by Coke, obviously. So they sponsored this kind of entertainment videos. And if you look at this particular subscriber base, it's 8.4 million subscribers for this particular YouTube channel. Now, this people visit this particular YouTube channel just to listen to songs, but throughout the process, throughout the journey of listening to songs, they get aware about the brand Coke. So that is how you do brand awareness and create the brand reinforcement in the user's mind. Now, this is an example from Ikea's YouTube channel again. Now, Ikea is into home and garden, so they sell DIY, do-it-yourself furnitures or any kind of household goods. Now, they are into furniture and home and garden kind of products. They are an e-commerce site and also have a physical retail. But look at the type of content they're doing over YouTube. So they're just trying to educate people or encourage people about different home decor styles or different types of hacks to make your home better. So this kind of content, they're trying to aware consumers that there are different types of products that can help you make your home better, make your home furnitures more effective and effective by arrangement. So this kind of knowledge and information, they're trying to make people know that there are certain types of specific products or furnitures or home or household goods that are there in their particular site. So if you look at each and every video over here, all these videos are focused around the products that they have. So not any kind of home makeover, but home makeover with products that they are selling. So through these kind of products, they're trying to inspire and encourage people to get to their site and purchase products that are being shown up in this particular video. Now, this is another example from Tesco. Now, Tesco is a supermarket based out of UK. And if you look at the kind of content they're posting on YouTube, so they're a supermarket, they sell all types of products, but they're trying to create content specific to interest areas. So people who are interested in beverages or how to create different types of homemade beverages, so they would look into this kind of videos, get interested, and maybe next day they visit Tesco, they would end up purchasing those ingredients. So that is how they're using content marketing to increase their physical store shopping. Now, this is an example from Asian Paints YouTube channel. Now it has around 6.7 lakh subscribers. Now just look at the way these playlists are being created. Now all these playlists are thematic playlists. So if you look at all the playlists, all the videos are categorized as per the user's interest areas and also as per the user's stage of purchase cycle. So if someone has already purchased a particular product from Asian Paints, how do they ensure that the product is utilized at its best? How do they take care of the color that they've done for their wall? So all those content are there in a particular playlist. If you look at the stage where the user has not yet purchased that product but looking to purchase colors for their home painting, so for them this is the content, colors of India. So this is the kind of content where they are trying to influence the user to purchase different colors that are available in Asian Paints. So this particular kind of content marketing, Asian Paints is trying to create awareness among the new users and also create a kind of value addition in the existing customer base so that they have a repeat purchase or they refer their near and dear ones to Asian Paints. Next, this is an example from zerodha.com/varsity. Now zerodha.com is one of the largest stockbroking site in India. So they are simply into broking. So it's a trading platform where people can trade, invest in mutual funds and something like that. But their core focus in content marketing is teaching people how to invest. So if you look at this type of if you look at the content they have created, zerodha.com/versity, so they've created a separate module altogether for training people or educating people on how to invest in stock market. So that content is again into vernacular languages, so it's in Hindi and English, both available in both. So through this kind of content, they are trying to hook people to their site. Now this is a topic where people would actually look forward to learn. So if someone is learning from a particular site, you are engaging with that particular portal on a regular basis, you're engaging with that particular brand for a long time, and in the process you get well acquainted with the brand, you get to know what are the different features or what are the different services or products that this particular brand is having. So next time you purchase any such kind of product, you'll have in your mindset, you'll have in your consideration range that there's a brand like Zerodha which has this kind of services or this kind of features. So your marketing effort is already reduced down over here. Now this is a screenshot from simplehair.axisdirect.in. Now Axis Direct is into mutual funds, so it's a mutual fund, and they are more of a investment platform. So they want people to invest into their mutual fund schemes. But in the process, the users are lost about how to select the right mutual fund, or why shall I be selecting Axis mutual fund. So they have created a separate portal altogether, simplehair.axisdirect.in, and through that portal they are trying to educate people what are the different criteria that they should be looking into before purchasing a particular mutual fund, and in that process they are promoting their brand. So by the end of this 5-stage course, the user would be well aware about the mutual funds that Axis Direct is having, and they might end up purchasing Axis mutual fund. So it's more of an underlying marketing. So they're not marketing directly, but rather they are trying to educate users. The users should be visiting these portals just to get the free knowledge and all, just to get well informed about the product, and then in the process they might end up liking the brand. This is a classic example from Facebook. Now, if you go to facebook.com/business/learn, Facebook is trying to create content or create courses around each and every product that they have. Now, Facebook has their own ad platform. Facebook also have something called Facebook Workplace. So they have multiple products under the brand name Facebook. So if you go to Facebook for Business, you'll find multiple other products from Facebook. So Facebook is trying to create courses around those products. The core reason of providing these free courses is just to educate people, and in the process make them used to your product, make them your users. So whenever someone is going for these free courses, they are automatically becoming a lead for Facebook, and in future Facebook will be remarketing their products and services to this particular user base. So if someone is taking up any course in this particular portal, Facebook gets to know that they are into social media marketing, and in future, whatever social media marketing tool they have, they can cross promote to this user base. Now this is from Excedrin. So this is again a pharmaceutical company, and if you look at the kind of content they've created, so it's simply helping the user with the information that they're looking for. Now this is a product for migraine solution, migraine pains, and the simple content is all around how can this particular medicine help your migraine. But if you look at the content structure, the content is more about what is migraine, why it happens, what are the different precautionary measures that you can take for migraine, and what can be the symptoms of a migraine pain and all that. So simply awareing the user about this particular pain point. So the user visits this, whoever is visiting this particular portal, they or their near and dear ones are suffering from migraine pain, and they want information. So providing exactly that information around migraine pains, and in the process they are cross promoting their product. So they have this particular product, and in the process the user gets to know that, hey, there is a product like this, so let me explore this product. So next time the user visits the nearest pharmacy, they might end up asking for this particular product. So this is how you use content marketing. So you try to create valuable content for your users, and whenever they consume that valuable content, they get to know about your brand, and in the process they end up purchasing from you, or becoming your leads, or becoming your referrers, or something like that. So Content marketing is one of those underlying marketing processes where you are trying to provide value to your users or your target group, and in the process trying to convert them into leads and sales. So content marketing can help you reduce your marketing cost because you are not just directly marketing something, you are creating a repository of content where which people can access at any point of time. So whatever content marketing effort you do today, it stays with you for forever till the content gets obsolete. So for example, in this case, if Facebook is creating this particular content, now this particular content, maybe it took around 6 months to create, but this course will help them generate leads for the next one year or so. So till Facebook ads do not have a strategic change or a structural change in their ad platform, this course would be valid, and it will continue creating lead for them organically. So this is how content marketing actually helps you in reducing your marketing effort and generate leads and acquire new customers on a regular basis. Now, what if you do not have any content marketing strategy? What if you do not do any kind of content marketing? So content marketing is more of a new niche that has emerged in digital marketing. So if you look at 10 years back, content marketing was still there, but it was not a very prominent mainstream way of digital marketing. But today, content marketing has emerged as one of the core mainstream modes of doing digital marketing. So what if I don't do any kind of any kind of content marketing? So this is a quick example of a classic example. If you don't have a proper content marketing strategy, or if you don't have a brand communication strategy, what can happen? Now, how many of you remember this particular incident? February 14, 2019. So the date is highlighted. So February 14, 2019. So it was a attack on the Indian Army. So CRPF, 37 CRPF were killed on that particular attack. So this was an attack in Pulwama, but the effect of that attack was rippling through all across the country. Now, this is something happened as a result of that attack. The aftermath of this particular attack impacted this particular bakery. Now, the name of this bakery was Karachi Bakery, and it was located in, is the image of the bakery front from Indiranagar, Bangalore. So after the Pulwama attack, people got agitated and they attacked this particular bakery in Bangalore. So people thought this bakery, Karachi Bakery, as the name says, people thought it's a Pakistani bakery, and they attacked the bakery. And the bakery was forced to hide their name the very moment. And the very next day, they put up this particular content on their Twitter. So this is a screenshot from Twitter. So February 23rd. So they put up this particular information, this particular press release on their Twitter handle, clarifying that this Karachi bakery do not belong to Pakistan, or it's not a Pakistani bakery. It's an Indian bakery founded by Sri Karamchand Ramnani. And people regretted attacking that bakery. So essentially what exactly happened was, during that incident, just because people did not know this bakery was an Indian bakery, they interpreted that, as the name suggested, it was a Pakistani bakery, and they attacked the bakery. So the next day, the bakery started putting up the Indian flag. If you can see in this particular image, the bakery started putting up the Indian flag, and they also tried putting up some quick response press release saying that this bakery is absolutely Indian by heart. So this is a classic example where if you don't do brand communication, if you don't do marketing communications, if you don't do content marketing, your brand can be misunderstood by the users, and it can in fact harm your brand growth. So in this case, again, users or the customers completely misunderstood the bakery's origin or the bakery's identity, and it had to pay for it. So the bakery had to pay for it. So this is a classic example that from here you can take the lesson that content marketing can actually help you get the right branding for your business and grow it in the right direction. So that was quick run through with few examples from different content marketing activities that are there from different businesses. Now we'll try to understand how to go about this content marketing. So by now you already have got an idea what are the different types of content marketing out there, what can be different modes of doing content marketing, and what are the different advantages and disadvantages of having a proper content marketing strategy. So let us now see how we can create the right content marketing strategy for our business. So before that, is there any kind of query from the session so far? Any kind of queries? So I'll wait for a minute over here. If you have any query, feel free to pour in the chat box. So far, we tried to go through some quick examples of different content marketing initiatives by different businesses from different industries. And right now, we'll try to go into the details of how to do a proper content marketing for our business. So moving back to this particular example, so what can you learn from this particular example is whatever business you are, you have to understand your target group, you have to understand what your users are looking for, and based on that, try to create content that your users would like to read or view or follow or whatever the core objective that you are having. So for example, in this case, NSTL is trying to educate people about their products or services. In this case, Big Basket is trying to let people know that these are the different interesting recipes that people can try at home, and if you're trying these recipes at home, Big Basket is there to deliver you that particular ingredients or that particular products. This is a classic example where GetResponse is trying to create content marketing based on focusing at their competitors. So they know that MailChimp is their competitor, and they're trying to create content that would help their users make the purchase decision that whether they shall be buying MailChimp or GetResponse. And if there is an existing customer within MailChimp, then also that customer can know if I shall be switching from MailChimp to GetResponse. Now again, this is one of those examples where from Coke Studio, this is one of those examples where the brand is just trying to create the recall or create the brand image in the user's mind through repeated messaging or repeated visuals. So whenever you watch this kind of videos, you get to see the logo or you get to see the ad of that particular brand on a repeated basis, and in the process you get to know that brand. So again, Ikea home door makeovers. So Ikea is not directly promoting their products. So Ikea might be having a good looking chair, but they're not directly promoting that chair, but instead they're showing how you can use that particular chair to make your room better. So it's not a direct promotion, but it's more of you are trying to encourage users how that particular chair design or that particular table or chair can help make over their house to a beautiful look. So again, this is an example where Asian Paints is trying to target each and every stage of the user. If you are a user who is looking to purchase a paint for your home, there are related content for you. If you are already an existing user, you've already purchased colors and you want to know how to take care of your walls that you have painted with Asian Paints, you have content that will help you take care of your walls. Now, this is another example where Access Direct is trying to educate people, aware people about the different products that they're having, and in the process, they're trying to make the users addicted to their product. Facebook for Business, another example here, trying to educate the users, and in the process, trying to get the leads of that particular user. Another example from Exidrin. Now they are trying to help the user with the related information that the user is looking for at that particular moment, and also with the related solution. So the problem and the solution. And one more example where you got to realize that if you're not having a proper content marketing strategy, people can misinterpret your business values, people can misinterpret your business identity, people can also mistake about your branding efforts. So content marketing in a proper structure or marketing communications to tell the story of your brand is a critical part of having your brand established in the market. So now let us start with how to go about with content marketing. So whenever you're doing content marketing in the previous examples that we just ran through, so in all those examples, if you have realized, those content is focused at the user, is focused at the target user. So what my target customers are looking for, what kind of information is my target customer is looking for, based on that, create content. Now here's a quick hack. All your users are looking for two types of information. One is that they're looking to know what is the best product to buy. So if I'm looking to purchase a mobile phone, now there are multiple brands. What is the best brand to purchase my smartphone from? That is the information that they're looking for. So that is core brand information, product information. So what is your unique features, or what is your unique selling propositions in the market? The second information that they're looking for is how to use that particular product. So always try to segregate your content based on two core ideas. Why am I special? Why the user shall be buying from me and not from the other ABCD brands that are available, and how they are going to use my product. Because if they are having a good satisfaction level using your products and services, that is where they're going to get into your brand for a second purchase. So the first starting point shall be understanding who are my target users, and how does they purchase my product, how does they purchase products in this particular niche. So studying your customers and studying their purchase pattern can help you decide upon what type of content they're looking for. Now look for what are the different touch points throughout their purchase journey. So if someone is, so take an example from your recent purchase. So whatever products or service that you have purchased recently, just try to think what are the different touch points with the brand that you have made. So for example, you might have purchased a mobile phone, and in that process you might have visited Paytm Mall, you've visited Flipkart, you've visited Amazon.in, you've also visited some review sites, you've also visited some YouTube videos to look for different unboxing videos or different review videos of that particular product. And then you came to a decision where you have selected particular 3 or 4 mobile brands, and then you have narrowed down to one particular mobile phone that you have purchased. So think about the different touch points that you went through during that purchase. Now try to think about your business. So what is my business, what is my products and services, and how my users purchase these type of products and services. What are the different touch points? Are they going to YouTube? Are they going to Quora for information, or are they going to nearest physical retail shop to look for that information? Now here's a quick interesting example. If you look at products like different types of mobile phones, softwares, or any kind of groceries, people are looking for information online. They're looking for the information online, they're researching about the particular content, particular product, and purchasing that product from online itself. But if you look at products like fashion wear, so if you look at products like leather bags, shoes, or any kind of or hardware products like plywoods, cement, they're looking for information on web. They're doing a window shopping, they're gathering all sorts of information from the web, and the final purchase happens after they have physically inspected the product in the physical store. So people look for different information on web, and they make the purchase on a physical store. Now there's a second there's a reverse option, as reverse purchase pattern as well. If you look at high involvement or high-end cosmetic products, people look for those cosmetic products on a physical retail. So those physical retails are just to demonstrate the product. People look for those products on a physical retail, and then they make the purchase online. So that's how the purchase patterns can vary across businesses, across product types, or across channels. So you have to understand what your users are going throughout their purchase journey. So if my user is, step into the shoes of your users and try to think about from his or her perspective, if they're purchasing your product, what are the different places where they will be visiting or where they will be engaging with to get the information about that particular product or service, and then make the purchase. So try to list down all the consumer touch points. Then try to look for what is the information that they're seeking. So if I'm purchasing a particular mobile phone, in this case, I'm looking to know about the different configuration information, what the other customers are putting up the feedback for, or what type of qualitative information or qualitative feedback, that reviews that other existing users are putting up. So the user would look for that kind of information. Now, if you look for products like an email marketing software or a Google Ads management software, people would be looking for how that software works. Is it really easy for me to integrate with my existing system, or is the portal friendly enough for me to use it, or is it really helpful? Does it worth the money? So what are the different types of information that your users are looking for? Try to figure out that, and based on that, try to list out the different types of content that you can create to answer those questions that your users are seeking. So two common questions again: what and how to select the right product, and also how to use the right product. So for this third stage, where you are trying to understand what is the different types of information that your users are seeking, let us go into the practical demonstration. So the first 2 points: who are my target users and what are the different touch points. So these two are more of qualitative in nature, and we've discussed it in our keyword research session. So I'm not repeating this. So I'm moving on to third step, where we are trying to understand what are the different types of information that my existing users or my prospective users are looking for. So for this, you can use simple Google search. So starting with simple Google search so let us take any example. So quickly type in whatever business you have. So I'll take the example from your existing business. So it will be more relevant for you then. So I'll take examples from your business, and it will be easy for you to understand how the content marketing plan has been done. Okay, so Rahul says, real estate. Okay, so you're into luxury apartment sales. So okay, so simply search for the product that you're selling. So in your case, your location is Mumbai. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so by simply searching for the keyword, you can get to know your competitors. Now try to understand what kind of information or what kind of USPs that your competitors are putting up. So all these active advertisers are aggressive with their sales. So try to look at what kind of value proposition that they are putting forward. First, try to identify who are your direct competitors, and then try to understand what type of USPs that they're putting up. So whatever your business is, just type in your keywords and the list of your competitors. Now try to understand that your Google Ads, they're also doing content marketing. So what is working out? So we are starting with the user research, and then so in this case, I'm going to know who all USPs are. Try to visit their social media channels. Try to visit all platforms they are putting out, and try to, by engagement, I mean the number of likes that they're getting. It's about the number of, it's not about the number of views in their content. It's more about which content is working for them. So basic content ideas. Next, what my users are searching for. So tools. So for example, in this case, this is a tool from the public.com. So you can visit this tool and try to search for your particular query. So in this case, I'm looking for content marketing strategy. So when you type in content marketing strategy, search for the information, you get a mind map like this. In this case, you can see that for content marketing strategy, particular search. So your target customers are searching this keyword on Google to know this particular topic. So so in this case, people are looking to know what is content marketing strategy, what does content marketing strategy involve. So this particular map can help you get an idea about the different types of topic or different types of content that your target customers are looking for. So maybe you are into content marketing strategy, you are into content marketing, you are a content marketing agency, you are into content marketing. So people are looking for this kind of information. So this can be your effective starting points to create content to attract these users to your website or to your social media channels. Now, all these are just content ideas, but how do you know which one to start with, or what are the different topics that I should be selecting? Now, this is color coded. Now, the color coded, the deeper the color, the higher is the demand, the search demand. So from here, you can get an idea about what the different content types that my users are searching on web. Next, try to move on to SEMrush. Now, SEMrush provides a full-blown content marketing platform where you can find the topic and also try to write the SEO optimized topic for that. So let us start with simple topic. So if you're looking for, again, if I'm looking for content marketing, and I can select the location from here. For now, I'll just keep it US. And I can get a list of content ideas. So what I've done is, from this particular web page, askthepublic.com, I got to know the different types of content or different types of questions that my target customers are looking for. Then in SEMrush, I try to discover the different topics that people are searching for. So this is more of a topic research. So I'm looking for ideas on different types of content that I actually creating to acquire new customers. So we are at this particular stage where we are trying to identify the different types of content that our users are looking for. We are just looking for what is the information that my users are looking for. So if you're selling mobile phones, very easy example. If you're selling mobile phones, users are looking for reviews. Users are looking for unboxing videos. Users are looking for different feedbacks from existing users. So I'm taking example from mobile phones because it is something that every one of you have purchased in your lifetime. So again, content marketing. So we got an idea about different types of content that my users are searching for. So if you are promoting content marketing, then these are the different topics channel wise that people are searching for. So in YouTube videos, these are the different videos that are doing well. In search engines, these are the different content that is doing well. In social media sites, these are the different content that is doing well. So channel wise, you can get an idea about all the different types of content that is doing well. Now this is an idea about the different types of content that are there that are performing well on search, on different channels like YouTube, on different channels like social media. So is my screen visible? I'm on semrush.com right now. Is my screen visible? I am on semrush.com right now. Great. So the next step would be to move to a portal known as buzzsumo.com. Now buzzsumo.com is again a content discovery and content analysis tool. So in buzzsumo.com, if you type in the type of content that you're trying to create, so for example, in my case, I'm trying to create content marketing strategy based content. So I'll type in my keyword content marketing strategy and I'll get the information of all the highly demanding or well performing content out there on the web. So here I can see that I'm getting a list of all the different content that is performing well on web. Now again, against each and every content, you are getting the Facebook engagement, the Twitter shares, the different number of metrics like the number of likes and engagement parameters in that particular post. So from that also, again, you can get to know what are the different content that are performing well in the market currently. So this can help you identify the high performing content and create a content that is better than this content. So primarily at this stage, we are trying to understand what is what are the different types of content that my users are looking for, and what is the content that I shall be creating. So again, just a quick recap. First of all, do a quick search on Google. Try to understand what are your competitors putting up. Try to take lessons from your competitors' content marketing strategy. Try to visit their web pages. Try to look at the content that they're putting up on their web page. Try to visit their social media sites and look at the engagement level at each and every post or each and every content. And based on the engagement level, you can get to know what are the different types of content that is working for them. Then move on to different keyword research tools. Now in this case, I'm using answerthepublic.com. it can help you understand the different types of content that your users are looking for. So this is the first level of market research, where you are trying to understand what is that content that my users are looking for. Just type in the keyword that you are into. So in this case, if you're into luxury apartment sales, simply search for luxury apartment sales, and you'll get to know what are the different types of content that your users are looking for. Next, visit buzzsumo.com and try to discover the different content that is there on web and performing well. So this portal will give you the list of the best performing content and also the metrics of their performance. So the engagement level, the number of likes and shares, how users responded to this particular content. You can click on this link and visit this particular content on web. So you will be redirected to that particular web page. You can read the content and create a content that is better than this particular content. So from here you can get an idea what kind of content will work best for your business. So simply type in the query, type in the keyword, type in the keywords for that represents your business, and then you'll get the list of good performing, list of effective content that is performing well on web. Next, get into SEMrush, do the topic research. In this case, again, I'm doing a research for content marketing, and here I can get to know the different content that is performing well in different channels, like in YouTube platform, in Google search, in social media sites. So what are the different types of content that is performing well? So based on this inspiration, I can come up with my own set of ideas about the different types of content that I shall be creating. And in this process of finding the best performing content for your business, also try to figure out what my users are looking for. Also look at what are the different types of queries that I'm getting in my social media channels or in my emails. So what are different types of information that my users are searching for but they're not getting? What are the different types of queries that the users are asking my sales team, or what are the different types of queries that the users are coming up after the purchase? So based on those queries, you can come up with different types of content that you would like to publish and make the users more confident about your brand or about your products and services. Next, try to come up with the best format of your content. So let us move on to understand all this content formats step by step. So a quick walkthrough about what we have done so far. So we tried to explore what are the different types of content that my users are looking for. And now it's time where we have a list of prospective content that we shall be creating to attract new users and also retain the existing users. So we shall be starting with the target group and the research intent. So we are at this particular stage where we have already identified our target group. We know our target group persona, what my target group are like, what they're looking for, what they're searching on web. Now try to categorize the content based on the user type. So again, your users can be categorized into 4 types. So one is your advocates. Now those are your loyal existing customers. There are some buyers who buy your products but not on a regular basis. There are some followers who love your brand but they haven't purchased your product yet. And there is an audience base who are interested in your topic, interested in a particular a domain that you are in, interested in your business, interested in your products and services, but they don't know you. So try to classify or try to categorize your content ideas based on the user type. So for each and every target user type, you have to classify your content. So for example, the audience cluster of your target group, so those are people who are interested in your topic but they don't know you. So for them, you have to create content that introduces your brand, so that gives them information about the topic that they're interested in, and in the process that content introduces your brand to them. Now there is the other cluster known as followers. Now these followers, they already know your brand, so for them you have to create content that just introduces or highlights the product specifics or service specifics that you're having. So you can introduce the different features and benefits or different USPs of your brand, because they already know your brand, they already are aware. You just have to create interest for that particular product and service that you are having in their mind. So that the content targeted to followers shall be very specific to getting them more attracted towards your brand and at least convert into a lead. The buyers, so this buyer cluster are those audience group who already have purchased from you, and for them you have to create content that will encourage them to get into a repeat purchase or to refer your brand to someone. So as per the user type, you have to create different types of content as per the user's stage in their purchase funnel. You have to create content targeting their state of mind. So how do you do that? So once you've identified that these are my content, these are the different content types that I should be creating, and my users are clustered as audiences, buyers, advocates, followers. Now you have to understand what is going on in their mind so that I can target them with the most relevant type of content. So content marketing is more of providing information, providing value through information or content, and in the process try to generate the brand engagement. So in this case, if you want to improve the engagement with your content and in turn with your brand, you have to know their mind map. What is it that they're looking for? So you have to create content that is contextual or relevant to what they are seeking, what kind of information that they are looking for. So try to understand their mind, try to understand their state of the journey. So look at what kind of information can best answer their queries. So try to understand what your users are searching for, what they're looking for while considering your brand, or what is that particular information that will encourage them to get into the sales funnel, to turn into a lead for you. What is that information that will encourage them or that will excite them to get in touch with you and say, I want more information about this particular service or particular product. So for that, try to segregate your communication based on the user's journey. Now look at the type of content that is there as per the user journey. So someone who is in just the awareness stage, they are just experiencing that particular scenario where they're identifying that I need this particular solution. I'm facing this particular problem and I need this particular solution. So for example, someone is getting obese. Now they are just getting conscious that they're getting obese, they're getting overweight, and they need to control the weight. So that is, they are in the awareness stage. They are just discovering the problem. So at this stage, they would be looking for information like how to control obesity or how to control weight gain. And look at the other user who is in the consideration stage. Now the same user, once they get to know the different steps or different precautionary measures to control weight, they would look for information like what are the different diet plans, or what are the different weight loss hacks. So they would look for that kind of information because they are already clear about the problem that they're having, and now they're looking for solution. And in the third scenario, the user is in the decision making stage where they already know about the different solutions and different available options, different available brands that provide the solution. And now they're looking to make the purchase. Now they're looking to narrow down their decision to a particular brand and end up purchasing it. So if you look at these three types of consumers, or these three stages of a consumer's journey, you have to create content that answers their queries at each and every stage. So again, you have to create content that answers the consumers who are in the awareness stage. So in this case, you can create content like how can you figure out if you're getting overweight. So this can be a content targeted for the users who are in the awareness stage. Now, what the different diet loss plans for a working professional. So this can be a content for persons who are in the consideration stage. They already know that they are looking for a diet plan and they're looking for this information. And in the third stage, in the decision making stage, you can put forward how to choose the best diet plan, or what are the different options for a vegetarian diet plan, or what are the different weight loss facilities in this particular location. So based on the user's journey, you have to create the content types. So when it comes to creating the content type, there is one more scenario where you have to understand that just creating that content is not the end goal. The end goal is to get the content consumed by the user. The end goal is to make the user read that content, get influenced, or get aware about your products and get into your sales funnel. So that's where comes the concept of inbound methodology. Now, inbound methodology primarily tries to cover the overall journey of the user in a digital consumption mode. So in this case, if you look at this particular chart over here, whenever someone is getting in touch with you for the first time, they are a complete stranger to you. So a complete stranger person, they are just having the pain point and they're looking for a solution. They're looking for how can I figure out if I'm getting obese, and in that case they are finding you on web. They can find you on search, they can find you on Facebook, they can find you on YouTube, and that is the first interaction with your prospective user. So at that stage the user is still a stranger, and that is a first interaction with the user. Now that is the stage where as a brand you would like to attract that user to your brand through your content. So you have to create content that will help him understand uh, his or her problem, get to know about your brand, and in the process get into your sales funnel. So how do as and when they get into your sales funnel, they become a lead. So a stranger getting into your website, they become a visitor. They get to your website from Facebook, YouTube, or Google search. So those are the different platforms from where they visit your web page, visit your website. From your website, they are reading your content, filling up the form, and becoming a lead for you. So the core objective of the content that you are pushing up in the attract stage is to convert them into a lead. So that content shall be good enough to encourage them to seek more information from you. So that content shall be a brand credibility reinforcer. That means that content shall build the trust and initial level relationship with that stranger, so that they are encouraged or they get that level of confidence that I can rely on this particular brand and seek more information on this particular topic. So they'll fill up a form or they'll just take the necessary action and get into your sales funnel. Now that's where as a marketer you have to think about how do I convert the web visitor into a lead. Now there are multiple techniques or multiple techniques using which you can convert the visitor into a lead. Now, most common examples are if you are giving up some valuable content or valuable information to the user. In return, you can get the email IDs and phone numbers. So you are trying to generate a lead by providing them some valuable information. So that is one way of generating lead. The other way of generating lead can be you're providing them some trial of your products and services, and in the process of accessing that trial, they are converting into a lead. The third option can be you are offering them that, hey, here is a quick 10 emailers series that will help you structure your diet plan. So this can be a good value proposition for them to opt into, and in the process they'll just end up giving you their email IDs and phone numbers and names. So that can be a good lead generation strategy. The fourth lead generation strategy can be you are creating a course content, or you are creating a particular material or particular content which can be accessed only when they create an account with you or only when they provide you the email address. So using by providing that kind of information, you are just monetizing your information to generate the lead. So the web visitors are giving you the information, converting into a lead to access a more valuable content. So there are multiple ways using which you can generate lead. So once you have the lead, that means you have the information. You can retarget them with Facebook ads. You can retarget them with phone calls and email marketing. You can also retarget them using mobile marketing. So that is WhatsApp messages and SMS. And now comes the stage where the lead has to be nurtured and converted into a customer. So that is a stage where you are trying to build the relationship and build a trust factor with your leads, and then in the process make them convinced that you are the best possible solution for them, and they shall be ending up purchasing a particular products and service that you are offering. So leads to customers, and once they are your customers, that is they have already purchased your product, you shall try to delight them with certain other content like how to use your product. So you have already purchased this product, how to use your product, and what would be the best possible combination with this particular product, and what are the different precautionary measures while using this particular product, or what shall be your, how to set up the perfect roadmap for your for this particular solution that you're looking for. And in this process, you have to build a relationship of delight with your customers, and in turn try to make them your promoters. So you have to create such a good relationship and such a good satisfaction level with your users, with your customers, that they end up referring your product to their near and dear ones. So this is how you have to understand your users, and based on your users based on your user type, based on your target customer type, they can be your audience, they can be your brand followers. So based on the audience type, based on their purchase journey type, and based on their stage in the purchase cycle, you have to categorize the different types of content that you shall be creating and promoting. Now, is it clear so far? We try to understand how to figure out the different topics or different contents that my target customers are looking for on web. Then we try to understand what are the different types of consumer clusters, different types of target customers, and what is their buying stage, and how to categorize the content as per their purchase stage. So they can be in the awareness stage, they can be in the consideration stage, they can be in the decision making stage, and how to create content addressing each and every query that they might be having at these stages of their purchase cycle. So is there any query so far from this topic that is covered? Great. So let's move on to the next part of the session. So how to draft the content strategy for your content marketing business, content marketing plan. So this particular slide demonstrates a quick framework to plan your content marketing. So if you look at the structure of this particular framework, you start with your overall goal. So in this case, the goal can be how can I target the buyer across his purchase cycle. So just try to create a framework like this, where you are trying to outline what exactly you are trying to achieve from this content marketing effort, and then try to list down what is the brand communication that you are putting forward. Try to note down the target audience that you're having, or the target audience type for whom you are trying to create this content, and then try to list down the different type of media or different type of content that you are looking to create. And then again, under the content type, you have to segregate it as the buyer's journey. So what you are trying to do with the buyer with this particular content, then what is the format of the content that you are using, and then what are the different distribution channels that you're using. So demand generation vehicles means what are the different distribution platforms that you are using to promote your content. So in this case, the buyer journey has been segmented into 3 parts, and all the 3 parts are having its own objective. Now, if you look at this particular buyer mode over here, first of all, the brand is trying to communicate to the buyer and educate them about their products and services. The next stage, they are trying to build the trust with those people who are already educated or who are already aware about the brand's products and service offerings. And the third stage is where the brand is trying to communicate, the business is trying to communicate content that will encourage them to make their final purchase decision and end up purchasing the product. So if you look at the type of content that will work at each stage of this content marketing activity. So in the initial stage, when the buyer is still in the awareness stage, the buyer does not know about your brand, you are trying to create contents like ebooks, detailing your products and services. You're trying to create white papers, having a thought leadership kind of content which details the products or service that you are selling. Then you can have marketing collaterals. It can be your leaflets, it can be your emailers, it can be your blog posts. Then you have presentations uh, demonstrating your products and services. So this kind of content can help the user get aware and get educated about your products and services. In the next stage, you're trying to build that relationship by putting up the social proof factors like different feedback or different testimonials from your existing customers, different case studies, how your existing customers benefited from your products and services. So this kind of content would help your users, your target group, from the education stage, from the awareness stage, to get into a stage where they are interested in your products and they have started considering you as a potential brand from which they might purchase. In the third stage, where they already are interested in your product and you are trying to create the final pitch, you are trying to put forward the final pitch saying that uh, among these particular ABC options, this is how we are unique, or this is our unique selling propositions. So try to create content which will help them decide that you are the best. So benchmarks, consumer references, or return on investments. So you can show them that how your products and services helps them solve their problem. And in this process, they would get inspired to end up purchasing your product. So that's how you shall be structuring your content as per the user's journey and different formats of content. Now let us see what are the different types of platform which you can use to share this content. So in the initial stage, the user is just visiting your web page. He or she is a complete stranger. So you can target social media marketing, you can target YouTube marketing, you can target paid media marketing, you can target simple search engine optimization. So wherever people are searching for your content, searching for your products and services information, you shall be available there with the answer. So try to target all those platforms where your users are searching for. So it can be your social media channels, it can be your website, Google search engine. So try to be present with your answer on those platforms wherever they are looking for the information. In the second stage, you already have converted that web visitor into a lead, and now you can retarget them using social media. You can retarget them using email marketing, so e-newsletter. You can retarget them with Google contextual ads or PPC ads, and you can create the brand recall and try to get them again to your website and have a second interaction, or have a second communication. And in third stage, you can set up face-to-face meetings, you can have telephonic conversations, you can have individual emailers, you can set up product demos so that you can make the final conversion. So that is how the content is as per the user's sale purchase journey. So is it clear so far? Now, just to make it more clear, let me quickly move on to this particular slide. So whenever an user is making a purchase decision, they are going through certain stages. So in the initial stage, they are just looking for information about your products and services. So in those cases, you have to create content that answers the how, what, who, where, and why of your products and services. That gives them the guide and tutorials and resources to decide if at all that product solves their problem. You have to create content around ideas, tips, and learning materials, and certain examples which will help them gain more information about the solution that you're providing. In the next stage, you have to build the brand relationship. So you have to put forward your brand name. You have to make them aware that you as a brand is one of those players in the market whom they can consider for their solution. In the third stage, when they are just trying to compare different brands, you have to put forward the brand proof or brand reinforcement kind of content. For example, in this case, how you are best, or what are the different top possible options for this particular solution that they're looking for, or different reviews and different comparisons about your products and services. In the fourth stage, try to create content around offers, like buy this particular product, or use this particular coupon for the first transaction, order it for free, order it online, or this is the best possible price, something like that. So creating content around those transitional keywords will help you get the user at their transitional stage of the purchase journey. Now here's a quick example of how you can write a content that addresses their query. So whenever you are doing content marketing, writing the content is a core part of it. So if you look at this particular content, how this content has been written, so the headline actually describes if at all this content addresses their solution or not. So the headline itself shall be answering them if this content is going to help them or not. So if someone is looking for a guide on how to find the right job, so this content headline absolutely describes them that this is a guide which will help you on deciding how you can find the right job that you would love. So if you look at the content structure, so first of all, the writer has introduced himself, and then the writer has pointed out the problem straight away. So till the second paragraph, there is no mention about the products or service that they are providing. Simply, they've introduced the brand, so the brand awareness has already happened. In the second paragraph, they have pointed out the pain point. So the consumer awareness to consumer interest has been transited. So at this stage, the consumer, after the second paragraph, the consumer is already aware about uh, the brand, whom they are, what they're reading about, from where they're reading about this particular information. So they are aware about the brand. In the second paragraph, they are aware about the problem and the pain point and how this solves. And in the third paragraph, they have the exact solution that they're looking for. Now, in this process, if you look at it, the solution is provided, but it comes with a hook that you have to look at a particular video. Now, when the user tries to look at that particular video or get to the full information, he or she has to put in their email ID and get into a lead. So this is a process how content can be conversational and at the same time a lead magnet for you. That is, the content is helping the user and at the same time converting the user into a lead. So is it clear so far? Great. Now, if you look at this particular slide over here, it's a content marketing funnel. Now, since we already discussed how to plan the content type, how to cluster it as per the user's purchase cycle. Now, let us see what are the different types of content that we can create as per the user's journey. Now, very simply, we have just made it more simpler, the user journey from awareness stage, from awareness, interest, consideration, evaluation, alternative evaluation, and to conversion of the purchase. So that whole sales funnel has been simplified as know, like, and trust. So your content shall have core three purposes. The first purpose is to let the audience or to let the new people or to let the new target group, your audience who are completely unaware about your product or service, shall get to know about your brand, shall get to know about the products and services that you're offering. In the second stage, make them fall in love with your products and services, make them believe in your products and services that you're offering, make them know how you are different, make them know your unique selling propositions, make them generate an interest for your products and services. And in the third stage, try to convert those interested audience, interested target group into your consumers, into your customers by helping them make the final purchase decision. So at each and every stage, across all these three stages, you are creating different types of content, which is helping them make the purchase decision. So so whenever someone is visiting a web page, you're showing them blog content, you're showing them YouTube videos, you're showing them podcasts, you're showing them interviews, you're showing them different ebooks or different templates, different reports or different guidebooks and resources on your products and services. Now this information is what your target audience is looking for. They're having a pain point and they're looking for that particular information, and you are adding value to their life by providing this particular information. Now, in this process of providing the information, you're making them aware about your particular brand, your products and service offerings, and in that process, you're also converting them into a lead. So by offering this particular information in exchange, you are getting their information, you're getting their email IDs, you're getting their phone numbers or whatever you put in the lead form. So they are converting into a lead. So the person who was a complete stranger to you is converting into a person whose information you know, whose profile information is known to you. Now, based on their profile information, you are trying to reach out to them and try to build that trust in your brand, and in the process, make them purchase your products or service. So is the content sales funnel clear? So whenever you are planning your content marketing strategy, try to follow this particular funnel, and this funnel will help you decide about the type of content that you shall be creating for each stage of the user's journey. Now, to help you more with this content planning, there is a quick Excel file that I'll be showing up right now. Now, this Excel file will help you understand what are the different types of content and how to structure those content around the different team members that you're having, and also what are the different platforms using which you can distribute that particular content. So I'll take a quick 1 minute break over here, and I'll pull up the Excel file. So is my Excel file visible to all of you? So is my Excel file visible to all of you? So if you look at this Excel file, I have already shared this Excel file over the Google Drive folder. Now, this Excel file will help you plan your content marketing strategy. Now, so far we have discussed a lot of theories around content marketing, a lot of theories around how to select the right content as per the user's purchase cycle and all that. But right now, let us see how we can plan it. So this particular Excel file will help you understand what are the different platforms through which I can share my content, through which I can distribute my content, and who are the right person in the organization who shall be creating or at least contributing to that particular content. So if you look at the column B over here that I have marked right now, so this column categorizes each and every channel or each and every platform that you can use to distribute your content. Now, just creating content is not going to help you, because at the end of the day, this content is made for your target group. Now, this target group or your target audience shall be able to access your content. So for that accessibility, you need to share your content over different platforms. Now, there are two ways to share your content. So one is that you are putting up that content across different online platforms like your social media channel, your email marketing channel, your PPC ads, or your uh, or different other press releases. And there is the second option where you are trying to publish that content on your blog or on your web pages and doing a good SEO to dominate the search results. So whenever someone is searching for that particular query that they're looking for a solution, your content is out there to help them. For example, best mutual funds to invest in. So in that case, if you as a mutual fund house is creating content good enough that ranks in the search engine results page, in that case, it's a very well it's a very well scenario for you that the probability is higher that the user would be getting your content on the search result, clicking on that content, visiting your web page, get the information from your web page, and in that process they might end up enrolling into your mutual fund course, or end up getting in touch with you, or end up converting into a lead by subscribing to your newsletter. So there can be multiple possibilities. So you have to select the platform how you want to promote your content. So by far we have already got to know, or we've already listed the different types of content as per the audience user journey. Now it's our job that how do we reach out to the right audience at the right time. Now for that, first of all, try to look at what are the different channels through which you can promote your content. So I'm not going into the details of all the types of channels. We have already covered this in the previous sessions, but this Excel file, I'll just show you how to use this Excel file so that you can plan your content as per that. So there are different options. You can put up that content. The same content can be multi-purposed. The same content can be repurposed. The difference between these two is that you are having the same content, but you are using that content for publication in multiple channels just by tweaking it as per the relevancy of the particular channel. So if you're having a content focused at a target audience who are more likely to be present in LinkedIn, then try to create the content for LinkedIn and also have the content in other social media channels, but in a different format. So you're repurposing the same content. So try to have a look at list out all the channels that you're present in. So in this case, Google Plus is not there. So in this case, just try to list down all the channels where you are present. So in this case, social media, all the blog platforms that you might be having, all the different advertising platforms that you might be having, all the different SEO channels. So you are doing search engine optimization for different web pages. So what are your SEO efforts? Now, what are the different types of marketing activities that you're going to do? So are you going to do trade shows, seminars, webinars? Are you going to do email marketing? Are you going to be present in different events? Are you trying to create a website content? Or you are going to call people one by one? So you are going to follow up over calls. So try to list down all your demand generation vehicles, and then also try to have a list of all the different places where all the different activities or events that you are doing just for your public presence or just to create that brand awareness in the industry. Next, try to list down all the sales tools. So all these sales tools content are focused at consumers at the transaction stage. So the consumers at this stage are already aware about your product. They're already interested about your product. They already have a consideration stage in their mindset. They already have a thought process. They already have an evaluation of different brands. So A, B, C, they know that I can purchase this particular solution from brand A, brand B, and brand C. Now, how do I narrow down my purchase to a particular brand? So that's where this kind of content comes into picture. So using case studies, white papers, data sheets, proofing materials that helps them make the purchase decision. So this kind of content is just for users at a stage where they are looking to make the final transaction or looking to make the final purchase. Now, if you look at the horizontal column over here, the column 5, the row 5, if you look at the horizontal row over here, row 5, now row 5 contains the people in your organization who is the right fit to contribute or to create that particular content. So if you look at this particular sales tools over here, now product demo can be a very good sales content. So just by demonstrating the product to your users can be a good way to convert the target into the lead into a sales. So if you scroll up, you can see who are the best possible person in the company to contribute to that sales demo. If you look at content like thought leadership contents, like presence in different events, publishing a content over the website, or creating press release, or speaking at different events, having the employee newsletters. So for this kind of content, the chief executive level employees in the organization, the CEO and the CXOs are the best person to contribute. So as per that, try to segregate your content marketing plan. So try to create the dependencies. So who is going to create what kind of content? So this is just a template that will help you plan it out. Next, coming to the other sheet over here, content calendar. Now this content calendar will help you plan out and list all the different types of content that you're going to create and what is a key message that you're going to put through that particular content. So whenever you're planning something, try to write down the key message for that particular content. So for example, in case of GetResponse, they published a white paper on how GetResponse is better than MailChimp, the example that we saw earlier in today's session. So the key message of that content was how to switch from MailChimp to GetResponse. How are they promoting it? How GetResponse can be a better option for you if you're using MailChimp. So how easy it is for you to get into MailChimp, and how they're promoting it. by putting up in their social media channels, by putting up in their website. So you have to list down how you're going to promote it. And then how are you sharing it over different channels? So maybe you are sharing it over Facebook, over LinkedIn, over your company blog. So you have to list down how you're going to share it, the plan basically. Reinforce. So once someone has already responded or already downloaded your white paper or case study, then how are you going to create that relationship with them by continuous messaging, or what shall be your response back to the people who have downloaded your content, or who have responded to your content, or who have engaged with your content. And again, the process starts back. So if you're responding to them, what shall be your key messaging, what are you going to promote, what are you going to pitch, and how you're going to convert that lead into a sales. So try to use this template to list down or plan down all your content marketing strategy, and based on that, try to get into the execution stage. So now we are at a stage where we have already defined the content strategy for us. So as a business right now, we have to decide what are the different content formats that are effective for our business communication. Okay, the screen is not visible. Just a moment. The screen will be visible in a while. Um, okay, I think it's visible now. So we are at step 3, where we are trying to decide what are the different content formats that would be effective for us. So as a business, there are different content formats that would work well for you. So it depends on the type of business that you're having. Now, how do I decide what content format is best suited for my business type? So by now, again, I'm having a quick recap. We've already understood who are my target users, what are the different stages of the target users, what kind of content they're looking for, or what kind of content they're searching for at each and every stage of their purchase journey. Then you have seen a quick Excel file where we can plan out our content strategy. And also we saw this particular content sales funnel, where we tried to understand the different types of content that best suits at each and every step or each and every stage of the sales funnel. So now let us try to understand what are the different content types that we shall be creating. Now, content as a whole can be segmented into video format, visual format, text format, PDF format, and interactive format. Now, there is one more format that is the recent, the audio. So podcasts are the recent growing trend that is there in the market. So podcast is missing from this infographic to that podcast. So businesses where they are trying to create some quick test, quiz, or quick surveys, and in the process they try to inform or aware you about their products and services. So for example, Facebook runs a survey on their portal. So there are times when you log into your Facebook page, and there is a quick survey quiz. Now those are interactive kind of content using which Facebook is trying to gather your information. There can be video format, so you can live stream your events, you can live stream your podcasts, you can live stream your online conferences, you can record the different events in your business and publish it over YouTube or any other video marketing platform. You can straight away create videos answering each and every query of your users. So if someone is looking to, for example, take an example of a real estate company. If someone is looking to purchase a particular flat, you can have a tour of the interior of the demo flat that you're having. You can have a tour of the location. You can have a proper detailed video of the step-by-step process to register and buy a flat. So all the information that your users are seeking, you can put forward using different content types. Now, video is one of the most effective format of content because it appeals to all the senses of the user. Now, the way the content effectiveness is measured is how the content is impacting the empathy and how it is influencing the consumer's mindset. So whenever a content is appealing to all the 5 senses of the user or of the reader or of the viewer, it has a higher chance of getting the effectiveness in the user's mind. So in case of video, it's impacting all the 4 senses of the user. Visuals, in case of visuals, the user is reading as well as having to visualize the information that you're putting forward. So infographics and slide presentations. So those are the second most effective format of content marketing. Next is your PDF format. So in case of PDF format, you are just sharing ebooks, white papers, uh, long form content, essentially long form content you are sharing. And in this case, the users are downloading your content because long form content are not made for web reading. The users, most of the users do not stay on your web page for a long time. So for example, if it's a 30-minute read, so people would not be staying on your web page for 20 to 30 minutes. That much of attention span is not there. So for long form content like white papers of 30 pages, 50 pages, or say ebooks of 12, 15 pages, you are proposing that you're putting forward a quick short information, short summary of the paper, and then you are requesting them that, hey, to read the full content, download this particular white paper, download this particular ebook. Now in the process, they're converting into a lead because they're providing you the email address to download the ebook or the white paper or the template or the tutorial that you're sharing. So PDF is also a good content type. That is the third most effective content type because in this case, you are able to generate lead out of that PDF sharing. And text is the most widely used, but it's also one of the least effective format of content. So in case of text, you are primarily publishing content on your website, on your social media sites, on your email, through your email marketing or sharing content. So that content helps user get aware, but it does not guarantee a conversion on the visit on the readership of that content. So if someone is reading a particular blog post, that does not guarantee you that the user would sign up to your newsletter at the end of the blog post. But in case of PDF or in case of PDF or in case of interactive quiz and interactive media, people are accessing your content by providing you their information. So based on the type of business that you are in, try to select the types of content. My suggestion would be to experiment out with all this type of content. The same content or the same information shall be repurposed for different content types or different formats and published in different mediums. Mediums in the sense, different channels like Facebook, Instagram, or through emails, through blog post, through YouTube videos. So a quick example of this can be, I'll just quickly move on to a particular slide. So a quick example can be this. So for example, you are having a webinar. Now the same webinar can be converted into slides and uploaded in LinkedIn. So I'll just wait for the slide to reflect in your side. I'm on slide number 46. Okay, so it's reflecting right now. So for example, maybe you are doing one webinar to introduce your brands or to introduce your products and services to your users. In this case, the webinar can be converted into a video. The webinar can be saved and shared over YouTube, so it can be a video content for you. The same webinar slides can be saved and shared over LinkedIn or SlideShare. So that can be another format of content you are sharing over LinkedIn. And that same slides can be converted into visuals, individual social media posts, and being published over different other social media channels like Instagram or Facebook or any other channels that you're having. The same YouTube video can be segmented or can be chucked into small bits of information, snackable content information of 3 minutes or 5 minutes of video, and then shared over different social networks. The same webinar can be converted into an article and published over your blog or over your website. The same article can be used as a source of referral for other content on your website. So for example, if you're having an article made out of the webinar, so how to select the best email marketing tool for your business. So for example, this is a webinar topic. Now this topic can be converted into an article for your website. So how to select the right email marketing software for your business. So this is an article. Now this article can be linked to several other articles on your web page. So for example, you have created similar articles, top articles on articles which relate to this particular topic. So in this case, you have created top 5 email marketing softwares or top 5 best perform top 5 email marketing softwares in a particular region. So you have created multiple content of the same topic. So what you can do is you can connect, or you can just link up all those contents to your primary content, that is the core article. What are the different email marketing software, how to select the right email marketing software for your business. So having one particular content and then linking multiple other contents from that particular core central content can help you get good engagement, because the user is reading that particular content on your web page, and in the process they're getting to know that, hey, I can also know about this particular topic, I can also know about this particular topic that is related to what I'm reading currently. So they'll keep on navigating to other content on your web page, and in the process you can get a higher engagement. And at the end of the day, white papers need a lot of time. So out of all these efforts, out of all these content sharing efforts, so the same webinar is converted into slides, the same slides is converted for different short individual visuals for the social media networks. The same webinar is converted into a video for YouTube. The same video is been trimmed into short videos for topic specific information. The same webinar is converted into an article. The same article is being used to refer the readers to other articles on your web page. Now all these articles are being combined to create one white paper that is used to generate leads. Now this is how you repurpose your content. The same content is being published over multiple channels in multiple formats to get the users from wherever they are present in. So there might be users who are not present in your webinar, so they might find you on YouTube. There might be users who are not on YouTube, but they found you on LinkedIn. There might be users who are not on LinkedIn, they simply are searching for that particular information on web and got into your article. So this is how you attack, or you try to acquire the user from multiple platforms using the same content by repurposing that content for all the different platforms. Now quickly moving into the fourth step, selecting the right distribution medium. So by now we have already known how to select the target user, how to select the content types as per the user journey, how to select the right content format, and now let us see how to distribute the content. So how do we decide where to and how do we distribute the content over different channels? So all the channels are been categorized into 3 core types. So one is owned media. Now owned media are all those brand properties which are owned by you. You have the full flexibility to publish, unpublish, to schedule the publish of the content. So you have the full flexibility to use those owned media platforms to your advantage. Now your Facebook channel or all your social media channels, your website, your YouTube channel, now all these are your owned media. You have the full control and flexibility to manage those platforms. Paid media platforms are those which are essentially ad platforms, where you put up your ads, you pay up that platform to show up your content to its audience base. Earned media are all those platforms where you appear just because those platforms want to refer to you. For example, all the news channels, they are mentioning about your products and services. So in this case, that is an earned media platform. Amazon Marketplace reviews. Users are purchasing your product, using it, and they're putting up reviews about your product in the platform. So that is your earned media. So you have to structure your content types, content distribution as per the different channels that you're using. So again, you have to get back to that Excel file and try to figure out what are those different channels which I want to use to distribute my content. Now this decision shall be purely based on where my users are hanging out. If your users are on LinkedIn, try to post more and more content on LinkedIn. If your users are searching for your products and services on YouTube, try to put your content on YouTube. Now, how do you get to know where my users are hanging out? It's as per the business type. So firstly, you can get to know it from your competitors. So what are those channels where your competitors are getting most of the engagement? And if you are not having any competitors, just try to go for a quick keyword research, and you can get to know what are those channels from where you are getting the traffic. Or you can also get to know it from your web analytics dashboard. So in your web analytics that we'll be covering in the next session, you can get to know what are those platforms from where you are getting the traffic to your web page. So from that you can decide what are those channels where your users are mostly active. So if you're getting a lot of traffic from Facebook, try to use Facebook as your mainstream distribution content distribution channel. Now next, once you have decided or selected the distribution medium, try to select what are the different distribution sources that I want to use. So am I going to put a content on a website and just simply, am I going to put a content on a website and simply wait for the search engines to index it and show up in the search results? Or am I going to put it on Facebook and wait for the organic traffic visits? Or am I going to do an email marketing campaign? Or I'm just going to put a content on Facebook or LinkedIn or any other social media channel and run a quick paid campaign? So how is it that I'm going to distribute my content and get my target customers or target audience into my content? So to select that, you have to again come back to the consumer sales funnel. So this is your ideal TG sales funnel, how they are been traversing through their decision making journey to end up purchasing the product. So if you look at all the stages of the user's journey, you'll find that it all starts with the social media channels and also the search engines. So the users are essentially looking for your products and services on search. They're searching for that particular products and services, or they're looking for the information on YouTube or on different social media channels. So they might discover you on different social media channels. They might discover you on search results. They might discover you on YouTube results. So try to have a strong presence across all those platforms where from you can acquire the new users. Next, try to have a good content on your website so that people who are visiting your web page are getting interested in your product and converting into a lead. Next, try to have a good bottom of the funnel lead nurturing process so that you can retarget or re-communicate to your audience who have converted into a lead and try to nurture them to convert into the final sales or convert into your customers. Now, in this process, you have to also think about what are the different marketing channels that I'm going to use. So since you are distributing content over different platforms, now in this distribution is essentially marketing. You're marketing your content in different platforms. Now, when you are marketing your content, there can be different strategies. One can be multi-channel marketing. So in this case, you are having the content on your physical retail shop, you are having the content on your website, you are having the content on your mobile application. So for example, if you are having an offer, you can have that offer content. If you can have that content detailing the offer in your website, you can have that information in your mobile application. You can also have that information on the physical retail store. So in the physical retail store, you can have a standee, you can have a banner, you can have a hoarding detailing that particular information that you are putting up. So content marketing using multi-channel marketing. There can also be a way where you are just using different channels to market your content. So you can have that content as a notification in your mobile application. You can have that content in your web page, or in your different social media channels. You can have that content in the store by sharing the content by sharing the same content to the store visitors. In case of omnichannel marketing, you're not segregating different online and offline modes of marketing. You are essentially creating a loop, or you're essentially creating a cycle of communication by involving all the possible offline and online marketing channels. So in this case, maybe you are putting out that particular content in your physical store, and the same content is being shared with the user through email, and the same content is being shared with the user through Facebook ads, or the same content is being shared with the same user through your mobile application. So you are targeting the user from multiple channels. So wherever the user is getting in touch with your business, you are trying to target the user. So is it clear? Now this is a core concept of marketing. So is it clear so far? Great. So here's a quick interesting example of how you can use omnichannel marketing or multi-channel marketing. Now, if you look at the right side image over here, that is, this image is from Zomato application. So what Zomato is doing is they're having a Zoomland, they're having offline activities, and they're also having online activities. Now the offline activities has to be purchased or has to be subscribed from the online platforms. So they're trying to engage the online and offline mediums, and in turn create a seamless experience for the user by targeting them across all the platforms that they're having. or all across all the platforms that they're present in. Now, if you look at the left side image over here, now Kurkure is trying to create a campaign where Kurkure has launched a campaign where they are offering 10 rupees cashback on a product that sells for 10 rupees. So essentially their product is free for you. But where is the benefit for Kurkure? So this is the customer acquisition cost which Kurkure is spending out. So they are spending 10 rupees to get you on Paytm application. So it's more of a Paytm and Kurkure collaboration campaign where Kurkure is benefiting from the higher sales, and Paytm is benefiting from its online footfall. So users who are purchasing this particular product, they will be landing up on Paytm to access or to have this 10 rupees cashback. Now in the process, Kurkure is having its sales and Paytm is acquiring a new customer. And if the user is already a Paytm user or Paytm customer, then in that case, Paytm is getting a new sale, because if you're having 10 rupees in your wallet, you're going to spend it somewhere or the other. So you are going to spend through Paytm. So in this case, multi-channel marketing has been used to acquire customers from offline and also get them in the online platform. Now this is a quick second example where Red Bull is trying to share this particular small kind of marketing collateral where they are putting forward different brand messaging in this particular keychain element that they're sharing with the Red Bull sales. So with the product, you get this particular marketing collateral. Now this marketing collateral is a core content marketing activity where they are trying to aware you about all the features of Red Bull. So this is just an activity where they are trying to spend on content and advertising it so that you become more interested in their product. So just increasing the brand awareness among the users, just increasing the brand interest and brand engagement among the users. Now step 4 is select the user journey. Now as per the user's journey, try to promote that content. We have already discussed this. Now let us move on to this particular step where we are repurposing the content. Now again, this is something that we've already discussed. The same content, we are repurposing it to publish in different channels so that we can acquire customers, acquire our target audience from each and every channel that they are present in. Now, so let us try to understand how do we measure our content marketing effort. So whenever we are publishing any content or whenever we are doing a content marketing campaign, we have to track it for its performance so that we can improve it for our next campaign, or so that we can structure our content as per what our users are liking or as per what our users are responding to. Now, if we have to segregate or if you have to cluster the content metrics into four types, so we can structure our content performance as per the user's response behavior, users behavior with our content, how the users are been responding to our content, how the engagement level is, are my users liking the content, are they engaging with the content, then is my content ranking in the search results, is my content being referred by some third-party websites, are other players or are other media in the industry linking to my content, are people mentioning about my content. So that is one performance index that you can measure. So it's core, it depends on your SEO activities. So if you do search engine optimization, your content will be in the search results. So you have to measure if your content is ranking in the search results, if other players in the market or other media platforms are mentioning about your content in their platform. So that is backlinks. Now, third thing is if at all your content is ranking in the search results with the keywords that you are targeting for. If someone is searching for best bank accounts, then are you appearing in that search result? If you're targeting, if you are at all targeting for that best bank accounts. So you have to check if your content is ranking for the right keywords and if your content is getting mentioned in different other media in the industry. Next, try to measure if I'm able to generate lead or if I'm able to attain that business goal that for which I created this content marketing campaign. So maybe you have created content and marketing it to generate leads from the industry. So are you getting leads from that particular content? Maybe you have created that content to help your target audience make their purchase decision and in turn make the purchase. So are you able to convert them into sales? Are the users who are reading your content is ending up into a purchase of your products or service. So you can track it using Google Analytics. You can track it using different heat mapping tools like Hotjar. So you can track each and every individual user activity using linking parameters. So we'll discuss this tracking in the next session. So next session is all about Google Analytics. So we'll discuss about how we can track the user activities in our content that you're publishing. So yeah, that's all from content marketing. So is there any doubt so far? Is there any doubt from this particular session? Strategy. This is one of the most important areas where you should be focusing on while building your digital marketing strategy, because digital marketing is more of a communication or more of a marketing style where it's a pull based strategy instead of a push based strategy. You are not calling up people to make a sale. Instead, you are helping people to make the purchase decision, and in the process of helping the people, in the process of adding value to their life, you are introducing your brand and ending up making them your customers. So I'm just summing up the overall session. If you have any doubt, feel free to comment in the chat box. So yeah, that's all from content marketing. Try to refer to the Excel file that I'll be sharing after the session. Also try to refer to this particular slide over here that details the steps to create your content marketing campaign. Try to understand your user. Try to understand what your users are searching for, what kind of information they're looking for on web. Create content that addresses or that answers their queries, and then try to come up with the best format of the content, because ultimately if you have to present your content to your users, you have to present it in a format that they find interesting to engage with, they find interesting to read through, and they find interesting to share it. So make your content snackable, that is easy to consume, and share worthy. Next, find the right platforms or right channels to distribute your content. So figure out where your users are mostly spending their time, and based on that, select the platform using which you want to distribute your content. So it can be your email marketing platform, it can be your search engine optimization, it can be your Facebook posting, it can be your YouTube videos. So try to figure out what is that channel using which you want to distribute your content. And once you have distributed your content, try to measure the performance of the content so that you can come up with a better campaign or better content strategy for your next campaign. So from my current content marketing campaign, if I can figure out that I am getting more engagement in Instagram compared to in Facebook, so I can make a decision that maybe Instagram is a platform where most of my users are active. So I can put more effort in Instagram optimization or Instagram content sharing. So it can also happen that you're not getting enough traffic on your blog or on your brand website, but you're getting good amount of views or good amount of engagement in your YouTube videos. So in that case, again, you can leverage YouTube to increase your leads or increase your conversions or increase your website traffic. And so once you have done all these content marketing activities, try to audit if your content marketing strategy is going right, because it's an annual function. It's not one time activity. It's content marketing is something that you do throughout the year. So try to figure out if it is going right, and then try to find the right gaps in your content, and based on that, try to rectify the mistakes. Try to come up with the content marketing strategy that works. Great. So that's all from today's session. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment below, and I would be addressing each and every doubt one by one. That's all from today's session. Thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.